And actually, my colleague is going to be giving out some keys, and we'll go ahead and see. We've got 3 keys to give away, so those of you that get keys, I would appreciate it if you let people know you got them. Just say thanks or something like that, so people know we're not just making this up. When we give out keys, we give out keys. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a Husky in this area. This is a completely fictional zone. I mean, we are in Afghanistan, of course, but this is skirmish, so I'm just going to call it Akhtabad zone in this case. We're going to buy 1 U.S. infantry unit. We're going to buy a Buffalo, of course. Who can survive without a Buffalo? An MRAP as well, and also U.S. Special Forces. I want to make sure we have one of these guys to help us out. So 5 garrison units. Now I'm going to have the U.S. Special Forces begin trading the Afghan National Army howitzer right away. I think that's very important. I'm also considering getting an Apache because I know later I'm going to complain that it's too expensive, and it's pretty useful for taking out enemy units and making our jobs just a little bit easier. Let's also go ahead and get some supply trucks. We might even get another Husky because there's a lot of roads in this particular mission. So I am going to go ahead and spend quite a lot on just this mission and see how we do. So let's go ahead and see how things work. First of all, of course, we're taking the Husky out. We're going to try to get out here on the main road, head to these villages, and make sure there are no IEDs in the path of our moving MRAPs. Now, this area has a lot of villages, and I'm actually trying to figure out where I want to put my forward operating base. I think that I probably want to put the FOB, if I build one, probably somewhere over here in the east. It's really in the middle of everything, and would probably be a better opportunity for us to reach certain locations. So let's grab that other Husky, and we're going to send him in north, because we've got some locations up here we've got to check out. Besides, if we find any IEDs, we can pop them before they become a problem, and then we don't have to worry about them nearly as much. So here we go. Let's take a look, and welcome everybody. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's good to see you all. Hi. Do we have to do anything to be eligible for the keys? No, you just have to exist. We've hired a wizard to look at yourself, see who deserves them. That's exactly the correct approach to see if you've been good boys and girls this particular, release season, let's say. So I'm going to take the MRAP, of course, and pick up right away some U.S. Army soldiers here, just a basic U.S. infantry squad. I'm going to go ahead, grab someone, and we're just going to take Alpha Company and start heading towards this village. This is definitely going to be the first village in our sights to try and help, of course. We're not trying to make life difficult for them. And let's also grab maybe one more. I'm getting really close to spending a lot of money, but I'm going to grab one more U.S. infantry squad, and I'm going to grab one more MRAP. So we're definitely going to spend quite a lot here just to make sure that we have a decent mission, that everything works out, and that we can actually go ahead and help the Afghan people in the best way we know. So we're sending one guy that way. We could send one guy this way. It's pretty risky, but I'm going to go for it. There could be an IED here. We didn't send any Huskies or any Huskies down here whatsoever. So there we go. We got some intel that there are IEDs at the end of that road. That's actually pretty useful intel that we could use. It's going to help us tremendously. So I'm going to go ahead and actually sweep for mines. I just do that just to help the villagers. Whenever I get to a village, I'll sweep for mines. I'll make sure nothing is wrong, nothing is messed up or anything like that. Let's go ahead and pick up that infantry squad. We could probably move them back out. I also want to bring our wonderful Husky, or excuse me, our wonderful Buffalo out, not our Husky, he's done enough. And I actually want to build a water tower at this village. So I'm going to go ahead and get the water tower. This is going to bring in a little bit of PP for us, and I said PP, oh ho ho ho. But anyway, it's going to bring us enough PP to really help us out in this particular Let's Play. And basically, building a water tower gives political points. We may need to wait one turn to get that water tower going. Let me see if I can put it over here. Might have to go ahead and go into the village. Should be able to drop it here, but we may need to wait a turn. So that's not a problem. We'll wait. It's fine, not a big deal. And we will end the turn. I want to make sure that we haven't forgotten anybody. And we've got this beautiful Apache, but he's going to stay at base for just a little while, just to make sure that everything is savvy, everything is going right. We could also deliver some UN aid to this village, and I think this is probably a good time to do that. So let's start sending our aid truck now that we know there aren't any IEDs on that road. This is probably the perfect time, and get some UN aid to these villagers. And thank you, Armand, for showing up as well. Look at this, 66 viewers. I like it, guys. Can we make it to 100 this time? That would be a first. But still, I'm pretty happy with 66. Really happy that you guys were able to all show up. and let's hope that we get some more. Hearts and mind, folks, hearts and mind, says Rex Tyrannus. That's right. Well, we're going to end the turn here, confirm that end turn, and look at this province. We've also got some areas over here, Angorada and Tanay. These areas could become a problem later because we don't know. You know, we can't get there by road. We're going to have to send our helicopters over there. And once our actual special forces are done training these ANA units, they're going to be headed that way as well. So we need to make sure to keep this area pretty clear. And I'm going to go ahead and check the road here with our beautiful Huskies, probably my favorite unit in the game. He doesn't bring death, he just brings the ability to disable mines and IEDs, which, hey, he's a good guy, basically. He's one of our friends. So let's go ahead, and some of you may have already gotten some keys. We're going to be trying to give them out throughout the stream. It looks like this area gave us no intel whatsoever. Kind of disappointing, but you know what? We've got to accept that. It is the beginning of the game, so a lot of the Taliban and militia activity aren't going to be happening for a while. You know, that's actually could take a while for that to actually start occurring. Let's grab this unit. And once again, this guy's going to be put in a lot of risk if we have to go all the way there. So I'm actually going to send him to the north because our Huskies already cleared this area. Of course, a Husky clearing an area only really works for one turn. The enemy could set IEDs at any time after that turn. So we are moving forward. We're trusting that this Husky knows what's best. I know there are some IEDs up here, so I'm going to take this road kind of around. I think you guys can see what I'm going for. And 250 political points and back down towards the village just to make sure this area is clear. It would also be good to get the Buffalo here to build a road. That would really help us out. But for now, we're going to try to build a water tower to help the beleaguered citizens of this tiny village and also to get ourselves political points. As some people say, it's killing two birds with one stone, although we're not killing anything so far. Let's get back to base. And we'll also deliver UN aid to this village. It's going to increase our hearts and minds just a little bit. Maybe help the people out. So I want to let you guys know that obviously the game came out yesterday, so you should definitely pick up copies. For those of you that are receiving free copies, congratulations, and I hope you enjoy them and make us proud, I believe. Very, very cool. Nice to see other nations. French, please. As my colleague said, you know, let's just wait and see what happens. This game just came out, so in terms of DLC and stuff, we've got a lot of plans, but we're not going to share any plans right now. Let's keep looking. I think I want to get a Black Hawk, but you know what? We'll wait right now. We'll worry about the Black Hawk later. And let's make sure we moved everybody. Yup. And we're going to go ahead and end our turn, guys. Okay, so we're actually up to 51 in terms of hearts and minds. Now, we're obviously trying to finish this with above a 50 score after 60 turns. That's going to be tough, and look at that. Right away, they've damaged our waterworks. So it looks like the enemy has come in here and damaged these waterworks. We've got to repair them, but that's frustrating for them to damage them that quickly. They're definitely not happy that we're helping this village out, and that's probably a good sign for us. Move this Buffalo back out, of course. Let's take a look over here at this part of the map. And I want to keep moving forward with this Husky, see if we can spot any IEDs, anything like that. Nope, it looks like this area is pretty safe, so we know we can move out of this village and start heading to the next location. Now, I told you guys that I was going to build that forward operating base somewhere here, but I'm looking over here. We've got a lot of villages up here as well. I think you guys can see about 4 villages, so maybe we should put it right there. I don't know if you guys can see that area. Maybe that's a better idea. I'd like to get your feedback. But right now, that's not really an option. What we can do is we can drop off our troops at this village. Of course, it would be better if we take the Husky first, make sure that the militia or the Taliban haven't placed anything. Come on, find us something. Nothing. All right, well, that's good. So we're going to go ahead and drop these guys off. They are going to be crossing some open ground here off the road. And we've spotted some terrorists, guys, some militia infantry. Should we call in an F-16 airstrike? I think we should. Let's hope that it works. Boom! They actually disappeared, so we didn't hit them. They managed to disperse before we got to them, and that's definitely not what we were looking for. But unfortunately, you don't always get what you want. That's just the way this war is. Also, a good location for that base. Yeah, I'm thinking we've got to put it right there. We might need to bring that Buffalo back around and maybe start heading north to this location. Also, we've got a lot of trucks around here that are going to need refueling. So I think it's time to start filling these supply trucks up with some fuel while our special forces are training that Afghan National Army howitzer. Let's go ahead, pick that fuel up, and this fuel is going to be heading north. Let's hope we don't hit any IEDs. Oh, really risky. And we'll send another supply truck to the east to help out those guys, but we don't necessarily really need it. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait with that supply truck. Let's just worry about our infantry, etc. We will move the Husky out a little bit, but he's not going to find anything, of course, because we've already been to this area. And I don't think we can cross through these mountains. I'm not sure the buffalo can make it through there, so I think we either have to send the buffalo all the way around over here, or we have to maybe buy a Chinook, which we just don't have money for right now. Waterworks damaged. Please tell me they didn't damage the waterworks again. No, okay, good. We did fix it. Don't have to worry about that. Let's take a look here. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Get our boys back in the MRAP and move on to the next location. All right, guys, we're going to end the turn. Enemy forces are mobilizing and probably getting a little upset, but if you look at our hearts and minds score, we're doing okay by any stretch of the imagination. Unfortunately, this buffalo is going to have to go up north and kind of ignore that original plan of heading east. We're going to have to go along this highway and build a forward operating base that's quite a ways away, but I think it's worth it. Let's go ahead and check for any IEDs over here. All right, it looks like the enemy's a little tame in this first part of this mission. That makes me happy. That means I don't have to worry about them. Move over with the MRAP, of course. Now, the MRAP can survive IED blasts, but of course it takes damage, and that's never a good thing. Hope you guys enjoyed. We already gave away one key, so I hope that person's happy, of course. Very, very cool. I can ask free key, please. Fight for Nod with surplus ammo and guns. The giveaway is being done pretty much randomly. Actually, we do have a wizard here, as my colleague said, and the wizard is going to look into your souls to see if you're worthy of a key. It's that simple. So I think we've already given away one. We'll be giving away a few more during the stream. I think we have 3 or 4 that we want to give away. We didn't want to do, crazy amount of giveaways. You guys got to understand this is a new game. So usually we do like 5 key giveaways, something like that. And not this time. This time we got to be a little more careful and a little more controlled. Let's go check out this village. Uncooperative, my goodness. I always like to do a nice service for the villagers and sweep. And actually, I'm looking over here, kind of silly of me, because we could have moved the buffalo through this pass, which is kind of open. And I'm actually going to take the Husky and move him back, because we're probably going to be moving around this area again. And who knows, the enemy may have set some mines. But I don't think they're going to set mines in open desert like that, although it can certainly happen. It's not something that's impossible. But another thing we need to consider is maybe building some more waterworks with our beautiful buffalo. But he can't do that until he gets over to this area, and that could take a little while. Let's see if we can move this supply truck. No, he's good. This guy's already moved. Let's see who else we have. Just the Apache. And, of course, we have no idea where the enemy is right now, so I'm going to go ahead and continue and end that turn. Excuse me. All right, so let's see. Try to find some more IEDs on the way to this village, or should we find some over here? I think we should find some over here because this is where we're heading to build the forward operating base. And as you can see, a lot of these guys are already running out of fuel, so we need those fuel trucks moving in quickly. I am going to bring some emergency supplies right here to this unit, and we're going to drop off our troops in this village, hopefully finding something here. Sorry, guys. Oh, there we go. We found some more IEDs. Luckily, this is on a road that we're probably not even going to travel to. There's really nothing over here except for one village, and we can get there other ways. So we're basically going to leave that IED. If we desperately need political points, of course, we'll send it that way. But for now, it's not really a cause for concern. Okay, keep going. Don't get hit by a bomb, please. Although I'd actually rather the buffalo get hit by a bomb than this beautiful supply truck. Besides, we can drop off some gas for the buffalo. That's exactly what he needs. Got some gasoline so he can go quite a while longer. But we also have to worry about the fact that we may run out of resources before we even get to the location we're going to. Let's see, we haven't checked this road yet, so let's go down this road. Excuse me. Yes, Rex Tyrannus just got a key. What Afghan province is this map supposed to be? So this is actually sort of an unknown Afghan province since we're playing skirmish mode. And skirmish mode, in my opinion, is one of the coolest, absolutely coolest modes in the game. For those of you that have played Vietnam 65, it's kind of like that in the sense that you can just have just a random map with randomly generated areas, etc. So I highly recommend you guys take a look at that. Yay for Rex. Yeah, congrats, Rex. You've done a good job. Your soul is apparently clean. Watch, he turns out to be some sort of serial killer. We don't know. We really are just guessing, I think, for the most part. Let's take a look over here. Okay. We could pick these guys up. I think we probably want to do that. And we have cleared this road, but... Well, we didn't clear this road. We cleared this road. So let's head this way. And hopefully we find some enemies very soon. Also, as soon as that Anna howitzer is done being built, we're going to get our wonderful Special Forces team in a Black Hawk and get the hell out of this place. But right now, he's still training that ANA howitzer, and we need to wait for that to end. So far, we're doing pretty good, especially in terms of hearts and minds. But look at that. This village needs help, and we don't have any vehicles to send over there. So I'm going to have to go ahead and invest in some U.S. infantry and an MRAP. And obviously this is dangerous. I don't know, for those of you that don't know, in this game, if you're below 0 PP for 3 turns, you lose. So it's not a good way to go out. And obviously, basically, people have lost support in the conflict. They no longer want us here, and there's just no reason to stick around. So we really do need to get to this village. Hopefully no IEDs. Oh, we got enemy units. We could engage right now, or we could bring in an airstrike, guys. Now, these are militia infantry. I am going to bring in an airstrike because I like to be extra safe. So we're going to go ahead. F-14. Boom! 575. Love the physics. Yes, we do have physics in this game. And we've got a bunch of dead Taliban on the road. So now we can get over here. New intel. So we know we've got some IEDs over here, and I like this setup because it lets us know basically locations we should be extra careful on, etc. And as you can see, this village right here, this is really good news, guys. The village of Obem is completely in support of the U.S. So these guys, we can trust them. You know, they're not going to set us up for any ambushes or anything like that. I mean, it could happen, but it wouldn't be their fault. We're going to keep on doing what we do best, and that is finding Taliban units and, of course, helping the people. I'm thinking I want to deliver a supply truck to that village, so I'm going to pick up some UN aid. Let's collect that UN aid, and hopefully we don't have any IEDs here. Oh, come on. Please don't blow up a UN truck. It's not going to look good for you guys in the press. There we go. Looking all right. Looking okay. Not bad at all. Did we get them from the boneyard? How about night ops changing everything? That's a good idea. I like that, P-Whirl. Yes, we do have strikers in game. I'm probably not going to get a striker right now. They're quite expensive. If we start doing really well on PP, I will get a striker for you guys to see. And of course, striker vehicles are awesome. There's no other word for it. They're just awesome, period. Now I'm going to bring in maybe some drones. Let's bring in a drone. Costs 200, but this mountain pass could definitely have Taliban in it. So I'm going to go for that drone and start watching. If we find them, we can get the Apache. He's very close, and he can waste the fools. So let's go ahead and move forward with our Charlie Squadron. Now, he's running out of fuel. We may run out of fuel before getting here, but the important thing is that we get that Buffalo down here very, very fast. It might take him a while. Doesn't have any more movement points, but he will have some soon. And I think we can go ahead and end the turn right now. All right, we got that ANA unit deployed. You guys know what that means. That means we can take our beautiful special forces and we can move them into the mountains to search for the enemy. But to do that, we need a Black Hawk, which we didn't get. We've got an Apache instead, so special forces may need to wait until we find some enemy units over here. Also, this village needs help. I'm going to deliver UN aid to them. Here we go. Start moving forward. And I'm also going to get these guys back in their MRAP, and they're heading straight for that village to see what the people need. Unfortunately, the striker is going to be basically out of fuel very soon. But in the meantime, we can at least try to clear this road if there's anything on it. I don't think there is. Let's take this unit and start moving forward. Watch for IEDs. All right, we got very lucky there. I'm also going to look to see if I see any enemy units. I don't see any so far, so we'll keep moving the Buffalo down. And another concern is, are we going to have enough to build a forward operating pace? Right now, we don't. So what I'm going to do is build... Oh, I made a slight mistake here. Building a water tower is putting us down 886 political points. which is very bad. This could be a game-ending issue. It would be my first mistake. Boom! Now we're down 1086. The enemy got us there. We've absolutely got to find some enemy units and start taking them out. So I am going to go ahead and grab, not the Special Forces team. Actually, you know what? You know what? These guys can move pretty damn far on their own. So we're going to start moving them into the mountains ourselves. And we're also going to pick up the Apache. And I'm going to move him over here into the mountains too. Now, hopefully that's going to bring us enough political points, the 2 water towers, to be able to survive nonetheless. But it's definitely a mistake on my end. And now we might have to go looking for IEDs, basically. We kind of want to find them at this point. There's one, 250, not bad. Making back a little bit. Let's see if we can drop off at this village.
Copy solid.
Village is uncooperative. We could search for IEDs, although I'm fairly confident there are no IEDs in this village so far. So let's keep on selecting the next unit here. And yeah, Buffalo. I wish I could take that move back, but it's what's done is done. So let's end the turn here. Make sure we moved all our Huskies. Yeah, we did. These guys are out of ammo, or out of fuel, I should say. Huskies don't have ammo, as far as I know. End turn. Alright, UN steps up aid. Delivering more aid to villages now improves hearts and minds. So that's a huge positive, of course. But, you know, unfortunately, we're not going to be delivering any aid until we take out some enemy units. And I think at this point, we're going to have to take them out by hook or by crook. We've got to really get up and close and personal to them and destroy them. There's an IED. Not bad finding one, but with that amount of loss of life, we've got to find some enemies, and we've got to get that Apache over there to them. So we will keep moving our Special Forces. Come on, Special Forces, do something for us. I'm also going to take our beautiful MRAP and drop them off in this village. Okay, we found an opium crop. Now, this is important. We've got to get to that opium crop and try to take it out. This is why I probably spent way too much money early in this particular game. I am going to pick up this unit and try to head back to that opium crop in time to try to burn it down. Basically, if we burn it down, we get a lot of political points, but we definitely made a mistake in terms of using that Buffalo for not the greatest purpose in the world. But, you know, we've done worse. So let's keep moving. Let's take a look here at the comments. Afghan was fantastic in the 60s, but then again, so was doing a lot of drugs, says Latrell Sprewell. It's funny, you call yourself Latrell Sprewell, indeed. Okay, 74 viewers. Wow, this is pretty awesome, guys. Love that you guys showed up for this. Really appreciate it. Don't forget also to subscribe to the Slytherin YouTube channel. That's definitely something we want you guys to do. Let's go ahead and drop them here. Well, actually, we've got a colleague here that's giving out the keys, and you'll be getting them basically through private message. So far, I think we have 4 keys to give away. He's already given out a few, and those people have already announced themselves. So probably a few more to give out here during the stream. Let's take a look. Okay, I'm definitely worried about this situation. Got no fuel. We're stuck out here with no fuel in the middle of the damn desert. I'm gonna keep moving east. All right, let's end the turn, guys. Okay, so now this is the national elections. This is one of the coolest parts of the game, where you basically have to elect somebody that's going to represent your core values. And if they represent our core values, then obviously they're going to support our men. It's going to improve everything for us. So this guy, Shahid Salim, as you can see, he's got all American flags next to everything here. This is definitely the guy we want. Now, if we had some political points, we could actually invest in his campaign. Unfortunately, we do not. So we're just going to have to go ahead and hope that this guy wins. Hope that the people vote in our best interests. We're also going to drop off our soldiers right here. We could definitely hit some IEDs on this path. Very dangerous road we're driving down. We've seen IEDs here before. But let's burn down that opium crop. Here we go. Set her on fire. Boom! And actually, 82. Wow, guys, if we can find just one IED, there is a definite chance that we could actually come out of this without losing due to a loss of political points. So I'm going to do the best I can, of course. Let's take a look. Our Husky's still good, as we improved him last time. And there's an IED definitely on this road. So let's see if we can get a positive. Oh no, we just got attacked by Taliban militia. So they damaged us. They didn't kill us, but they damaged us. And of course, now we can't get to that IED. This turn, we got attacked again by another Taliban militia, and we've been destroyed. Down to 492. The Husky is gone, guys. The Husky is gone. That's not what I wanted to happen. Let's see if we can bring... Unfortunately, I think that our Apache has got to refuel. So we're going to send the Apache back here to refuel immediately. And hopefully he can come out next turn and find some enemy troops. But things were going so damn well, and all of a sudden, boom, things fall apart. That's kind of the way things work in Afghanistan. Let's go ahead and keep looking. And we will end the turn. Oh yes, thank goodness these special forces kept moving. I was going to forget about them. We'll keep moving up this mountain. This looks like a promising location for enemy troops. Remember that a lot of the enemy troops come from Pakistan, places like this, because well, a lot of the Taliban come out of Pakistan. So a lot of them are over here in the east, coming from these mountains. But we can still find militia units and even Taliban units in that area. So here we go. Now, one thing we could do, and this is something pretty cool in the game, we could take this Apache and send it back to the States. That would give us back 1,000, and unfortunately, we probably need to do that. We could also send the Foxtrot Squadron back, but let's send back the Apache. Unfortunately, we have to do it to survive. It's just kind of something that we really have no choice in. I'm also going to bring in an emergency supply drop for the Husky. And the reason I'm doing this is I'm hoping that the Husky is going to be able to find some IEDs. If not, this was a totally wasted emergency supply drop. Dropping it in with a C-130, and let's see if we can't move out. Okay, we've been down this path before. What about over here? We've been here too, but you know, the enemy could have laid some mines down. We just don't know. So that's definitely some good news. We survived. We lived to fight another day, but obviously not in the greatest situation. Having to lose our poor units. Feel sad about that. What happens? What can we do? Yes, indeed, this is a random scenario. Thank you, Paradox. Suddenly, Taliban. Indeed. Yeah, this would be an awful time for them to hit us because we were doing so well. And for them to attack us now would really be awful. Let's end the turn. Confirm the end of the turn. Enemy forces mobilizing. We're still getting those hearts and minds, so that's pretty good. And so we're going to go ahead and continue here. Wow, now it's nice. It's nighttime. I'm getting worried. As you can see, this is when the terrorists like to come out. So I'm going to set up a forward observation post with our special forces. Any terrorists moving through this location will spot, and we could possibly try to kill them. Of course, it's not that easy. Could be quite a burden to try to take them out. One thing I want to do is bring some supply drops over here. Oh, we don't have enough for this supply drop. That's not good. All right, we're going to keep moving with the Husky at the very least, the one that isn't destroyed. We're going to have to move back, and I know that down this road we will definitely find some IEDs, but I'm not sure we have time to go down that road, to be honest with you. We're going to move this guy back. We will move our forces back. Right now it's really up to our special forces, our spec ops, to find the enemy. Otherwise, we are not going to do very well. Thank you guys for showing up. A really nice showing today. You know, I'm sure you guys, well, I hope you guys are enjoying the game so far, those of you that have it. Those of you that don't, I hope you get lucky enough to get one of the keys we're giving out. Let's pick this guy up. Copy that. All right. We're going to head to this village.
Copy, solid.
Don't hit an IED. All right. Oh, of course he hits an IED right there at the last second. We can still drop off our troops and head into this village quickly. Now, this is why a forward operating base is so important. And there we go. There's definitely an IED there. We kind of knew that already, though, to be honest with you. Now, we could keep moving the Buffalo forward, but I don't see what he can really do for us right now. What we need is more political points, and if the people don't support us, we're not going to be getting any political points. So we're just going to have to wait. We'll continue and end the turn. All right, he's moving forward anyway. Fair enough, Buffalo. You've got a mind of your own, I suppose.
Militia spotted.
Okay, we may have spotted some militia. Where are these guys? So the militia is over here, but we've got a sandstorm. This is probably the worst time in the game to have a sandstorm because now we can't spot where that militia is, and we certainly can't use an airstrike to take them out, which makes our jobs, as you can imagine, a whole lot harder. Now, let's take a look here. Emergency supply drop is 400, but we can't even get an emergency supply drop in this situation because of the sandstorm, because of the bad weather. So we're kind of just sitting out here waiting for a supply truck to show up, but I'm not going to move a supply truck through this area knowing that we could possibly get blown up, and probably very, very quickly. So let's pick up our units. Start trying to head back to base, as close to base as we can, of course. And let's get this Husky to move forward a little bit. Maybe we get lucky and find an IED cache out here in the desert, although it's not all that likely. Okay, guys, continue. End turn. Opium production rises. Now, this is actually perfect because if we can find some opium crops out here and burn them, we can make back a lot of political points. Of course, that's a big if. Now, of course, we can actually see our units, and as much as I would love to bring supplies to these guys, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to have to bring supplies to our special forces. It's just no other way around it. C-130 coming in. And we might be losing an infantry squad here because of lack of rations. I am going to try to see if we can spot that enemy unit that was here just a moment ago, but it's easier said than done.
Copy that. Affirmative. Copy that.
All right, you guys did your best, but nothing in this area, of course. Let's take a look. Emergency supply drops now cost 500. Things have not gotten easier out in Afghanistan. So let's take this Husky. Hopefully he finds some IEDs. It's the one time I actually hope for IEDs. We'll head into the village. And we've got an opium field. If only we could get there now this turn, all our problems would be over. It looks like our special forces are close, but not close enough. And that's not good. So right now this unit may die due to, obviously, starvation. I'm going to go ahead and search for mines. We might as well. Nothing around as far as I can see. So we will end the turn. And as you can see, one of them dropped. So we start taking casualties due to the lack of, well, basically the lack of food, really. And that's not helpful. The only reason we're getting any political points at all is because of the fact that, strangely enough, those water towers that we built earlier are bringing us a significant amount of political points. So this guy's not moving. He's going to have to stay there. I'm not getting the infantry out of the squad, but we definitely have a problem. So let's see if we can maybe pick up our squad. All right, we got lucky, and hopefully you can see that that red cross button there definitely brings us a significant amount of assistance. So I'm going to move this way because we haven't been here in a while with the Husky. Come on, Husky, do your job. It looks like the enemy is really not trying to hurt us. Who knows? Maybe they want to be our friends. Maybe they are just going to give up and let us take over Afghanistan without any fighting at all. I sure hope so. All right, we're going to have to end. Got another Husky here, but he's moved already. So end turn. Okay, we spotted a Taliban unit. And there we go, guys. Our candidate managed to win. This is great. This also gives us political points per turn, up to 50 per turn. That's great, really helping. And, of course, with that guy winning, it's going to be a massive bonus and a massive boost overall. So I think I want to bring some supplies to the Husky. But before I do, let's burn this opium crop down. Come on, Special Forces. Get rid of it. And that's extra. Yes, a huge amount of extra points that we can use. We need that desperately. Now we could call in an airstrike to try to take out this Taliban unit. Let's hope that it's a lucky strike. 67% chance. Boom, they got away. That's unfortunate. We're going to go ahead and grab this guy. We're going to have to bring in those emergency supply drops.
Emergency supplies deployed.
Now we have to wait one turn to get out the next emergency supply drop, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So I'm going to grab this guy. I'm going to head to this village. Apparently they need help again. Okay, we found some more Taliban units. Of course, to get to them, it's going to take a while. We don't have an airstrike. We can't use one for a while. We could, if we got an emergency supply drop, we could possibly use this unit to go ahead and engage them. But I'm just going to use the Husky to look for more IEDs. Oh no! Taliban attacking us, and the Husky is gone. We've got no Huskies on the field right now. That's definitely going to complicate things. And I think, unfortunately, I am going to have to buy another Husky. It's that simple. So we're getting another Husky. We're getting very low, of course, in terms of our political points, but you got to do what you got to do. And we haven't been up here for a while, so I'm sure they've set something. Come on. Please, please say you've set an IED. No. Unbelievable. That's going to be a little frustrating. Hey, Party Commissar, how's it going? Or airstrike missed. Yes, it did. They dodged the airstrike. They did dodge the airstrike, unfortunately. Really, really unfortunate. By the way, thank you guys for showing up. Really nice to see so many people here at the stream. We're going to keep on streaming for a little bit longer. I definitely hope that you guys that haven't gotten the key, and we still have about 1 key to give out, I definitely hope that you pick up this game. It's absolutely worth it. I adore it. I can't stop playing it. Many of you, of course, know me as a Agrippa Maxenius, so when I have free time, I'm playing Afghanistan 11 as much as possible, just because of the fun factor. It's just great, especially this skirmish mode. Really gives you an opportunity to sort of try and solve this quagmire on your own. It's not an easy one to solve, not even a little bit. So let's go ahead and end the turn, confirm. Oh yeah, they moved. As you can see, they moved out of the way. They knew what was coming. And what's this? Enemy units? Anger in Kabul. This is bad, guys. Following a recent strike that mistakenly killed a group of women and children in the southern Helmand province, the Afghanistan president today said he will no longer allow NATO airstrike on houses, making this his strongest statement yet against strikes that the U.S. military believe are key to winning the war. Now, this makes our job so hard because, as you can see, the airstrike is grayed out. I do believe there's a cooldown, but if this is the correct news message I'm thinking about, we won't even be able to use airstrikes until the next election. It might not be that serious, but that's definitely a possibility that we face. So let's grab this Husky here, move around. Come on, there we go. Look at all those IEDs. Look at all those IEDs. Beautiful. Come on, come on, come on. I'm liking it. Now, we could still bring in, of course, supplies, and we need them badly. But I'm trying to see what unit we should give the supplies to. Let's put it that way. So let's check over here. We're going to send this guy back to base so that he can get repaired. And what about our special forces? Let's send them into these mountains. Maybe we'll find some enemy here. I think we're going to give supplies to that injured unit. Now, of course, they're in the truck, so they should be okay, but I'm actually going to drop supplies for this unit right here. Hoping we don't hit any IEDs. That would be a serious problem. But remember, if we can rotate troops out and send them back to the States, we can actually win back some political points. Let's go ahead and drop these fellas off right here. Yeah, baby. Oh, enemy Taliban attacking. And we actually managed to kill one of them. If you guys saw that, one of them went down. Basically, the way it works with Taliban is their missions are reduced if we manage to strike them, if we manage to hit them. Let's go ahead and move in here. Basically, they stop their operation. They immediately stop whatever operation they were going for. They run them back into the mountains in this case, and they regroup later. So we still have Taliban infantry over here. This would be a perfect time to get an Apache, believe it or not. But it's so damn expensive. 1,000. I'm going to get the Apache, guys. I'm getting it. I don't care. It might not be the wisest choice in the world, but it can certainly kill Taliban units. So let's hope he can get close enough. I don't think he's going to get close enough to use his guns, but if he does, that could be a great way to get some points here. Let's move up. And unfortunately, no, he's not going to be able to target that unit this turn. Maybe next turn. Who knows? Let's see. All right, these guys are doing okay. Get back in the truck, boys. No, we're going to have to wait just a little bit. And actually, maybe it's better for them to go on foot to the next village. As you can see, this area over here is damaged. That's really bad. We definitely want to get that Buffalo out to deal with that, because that's actually losing us political points, a damaged water tower. All right, let's take a look here. 5 hex range. Okay, let's see. So guys, make sure to let me know in the comments. We want to always know if you guys just showed up just to get codes or if you guys enjoy these streams. We've noticed when we do like newer games, we get a lot more people here. So are you guys liking Afghanistan 11, and do you want to see more Afghanistan 11 streams, maybe with some code giveaways in the future? Or what other games that we have would you guys be interested in? Because we always like to kind of get your feedback. Obviously here at Slytherin, we try to make everybody happy, and this is one of the ways we do that. So let's see here. Maybe we pick up some UN aid. I don't think I want to waste my money. I hate to sound like the bad guy here, but we're not going to waste our money on UN aid this turn. We're going to go ahead and end the turn. Before we do, let's search for mines just in case. I don't see anything. Fair enough. And we will end the turn. Oh boy. Oh, they took out the next water tower. I think you guys could actually hear that sort of popping sound. That is not a good sound. And look at that, militia spotted. We've got a serious chance here, guys, to win back some hearts and minds. Now, here we go. We are going to call in the wonderful power of an A-10 Warthog on the enemy. Let's do it. All right, the Taliban unit was not destroyed, but they were dispersed. And you guys got to remember, there's a difference between the militia and the Taliban. And basically, the biggest difference there is that the Taliban units occasionally take 2 attacks to be killed. But if you disperse them, you've just seriously hurt their missions. And that's going to affect them, obviously, in the game. So let's move this guy over here. We can't even bring in emergency supplies as far as I can tell. And if we can, I'm going to do it just for the fact that we desperately need this Buffalo back on the field, and no, we can't. Once you go under that political percentage point, you know, you're in some trouble, definitely. See a lot of IEDs on this road, though. Wish we had that Husky closer. Where is that boy? There he is. We might be able to bring him back, but that's going to be such a long ride. Whatever, we'll do it. We'll do it. I mean, we need the political points one way or the other. There we go. Wow, we actually got one of the IEDs. Not bad. And now we can actually take a loss, take a net loss, basically, and drop off. Nope, we still got to get the political points. So we can't take a net loss and drop off any supplies. We've just got to wait for the supplies. It's that simple. Now, this unit should be ready to move out. So we'll pick up the squad, pick up Delta Company. I'm hoping they don't have any issues on this road. And how frustrating would it be to encounter an IED when we were just about to go down this road to check for them? That would really annoy me. All right, the Apache. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to get a drone to check out this area. Well, when we get enough political points. But I want to get this Apache in an area where we can definitely target one of the enemy units, maybe take them out. That could take a while, though. So for now, we're going to end the turn. The Apache is also running out of fuel, but look at that. We've got another Taliban unit. 523 net loss. That's not good for us, not at all. It's going to be very hard to fix that. Oh no, enemy units. Open fire. Oh, and this time they actually damaged us. We're going to drop our men off here. No new intel. We will search for mines. This would actually be a perfect location to set mines because you can kind of see it's like a crossroads of sorts. But there are no mines here. We can't rely on that. And I could drop off my units in this village, but it's going to badly damage them, of course. Oh my god, enemy units, they just killed our men, and that's terrible. Critically low rations, and we just lost some men. You guys could probably do better than me. That's one reason you should pick up the game. Show Agrippa Maxenius that you can beat him here. And we actually took a pretty good skirmish map. I like the skirmish map. Some of you may think it's kind of tough, but this is actually a pretty decent one. Let's grab our Husky, though. Send him southeast. Come on, find some IEDs for us, Husky. Oh, shit. We got a a technical. That's not good. Technicals do appear, and so do enemy militia troops. They just blew us up. Oh my gosh. Things couldn't possibly get any worse. Of course, the moment you say that, that's when things start to get worse. So I'm actually going to move the Apache over here. We might get lucky and be able to intercept one of these units. Let's see. No, unfortunately not. We'll move forward one more tile, and eventually next turn we're going to have to head back to base, which is not what I was looking forward to. All right, we know there's an IED next to that village, but it's so far away, there's really no point in going there. Let's see, and we do want to fix that water container so badly, but we just can't right now. We're going to end the turn, confirm. Okay, we may have just gotten hit. I didn't see where we got hit, though. Let's see where that, just going to move around for a little bit here. Still got that Apache, but he's got to head back to base, unfortunately. And guys could pretty much figure out that with this current situation, this would eventually probably end in a loss. But we are getting very close to that time where the stream is going to end, guys. I certainly hope you guys enjoyed this stream, and you want to make sure to, of course, you know, make it to the next streams if you can. We're going to have another one, I believe, on Monday. I'm not sure if it's going to be Afghanistan 11, but I would highly recommend that you guys also go ahead and pick up or go check out the Slytherin Games channel, which I just put there. Make sure to go ahead, stop by there, you know, hang out for a bit, watch some of our videos, and etc. And Party Compstar knows who he knows best. I was actually lucky on my channel yesterday playing Afghanistan 11, but this time I was not as lucky. And yes, you're right, HNDC, shameful display. I think that, honestly, buying that Apache in the beginning was a mistake. We should have gotten a Black Hawk. We could have gotten our special forces way into the eastern mountains next to Pakistan. We would have definitely found some enemies. We could have called in A-10 Warthog strikes. We could have taken the enemy out quicker. We might have even gotten a Chinook instead of a Buffalo, and I think we would have been great. So for those of you, Skyride says, Apaches are never mistakes. That's true. Well, we had to cycle one back home because, unfortunately, things didn't work as well as we wanted them to with the Apache. So that's another thing I want you guys to keep in mind. If you're not doing that well on the battlefield and you feel like you might be losing, don't be afraid to bring some of your units back home and cycle them back to the United States. You're going to absolutely improve the political points, and some American families are going to be happy that their boys are back home and safe. I'm sorry for those of you that didn't win keys. For those of you that did, congratulations. Again, if you want to see more of these kind of streams, you've got to head to our YouTube channel and let us know that this is what you like to see. And the best way to do that is go to videos of games you enjoy, drop a comment saying, hey, I really like this video. I'd like you guys to do a stream on it. If you want to, mention the key giveaway, feel free to do that. We might try to do another Afghanistan 11 key giveaway next week, since this one was so good. So I really want to see you guys there. I hope you guys had fun, and I highly recommend that you pick this game up. Real quickly here, before I sign off, I will show you all the different campaigns that you can get by purchasing the game. Now, first of all, if you go into Skirmish, look at all the ways you can actually change the actual game. Now, we have the difficulty on regular. You could obviously increase it to elite, which would be close to impossible, or just go to novice. You could change the turn count. You could change the weather, change the starting political points, the hearts and minds, the elections. You could turn them on or off. You could even turn the political events on and off. And actually, I should have done this. You can turn political defeat off. Another thing is for the campaign, there are a tremendous amount of different campaigns here that you're going to do. I'm not going to show you all of them, but I'm going to tell you, I believe there are 18. They're not, now let me be specific. These are not actual specific campaigns. They're scenarios which make up the large campaign, but really they take as much time to complete as the skirmish missions do. So I think this is a game that any wargamer is going to be a massive fan of. Once again, guys, this is Agrippa Maxentius. You may know me on YouTube as Agrippa Maxentius. If you don't know me there, then you know me from Slytherin as Kevin B. Obviously, we always like to get your opinions. It's always great to hear from you guys. We like to impress you, and we really hope that this game impressed you guys, because it certainly impressed me. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you have an awesome time. Oh, Mudchook mentioned multiplayer capability. So this is what I can say about that. This game just came out, obviously as a games company, we don't just make decisions on the fly like that. That's not usually how things work. We have a lot of ideas, but we can't really talk about any of them. I will tell you this, that I'm almost certain that there will eventually be DLC for this game. Now, don't quote me on that because I can't say for sure, but I'm almost certain there will be DLC. What that DLC is going to entail, I really don't know. I'm not... I can't say everything, obviously. Maybe I know certain things and can't talk about them, but I just can't say everything. Oh, thank you, Hako. You're the best. I appreciate that. I try to have the best voice. Actually, I'm kind of catching a cold, so today my voice was not perfect. But thank you so much. Well, who knows? Maybe not. I mean, I'm not going to make any promises right now, Mudshook. Thanks once again, guys. I hope you guys will have an awesome weekend. I know I will, because I'm going to be playing Afghanistan 11 the entire time. So take care, and hopefully in our next battle we get a little bit luckier. But we still killed some Taliban. We still protected some villages. Overall, I think we did okay, but honestly, if I had been an officer, I probably would have been sent to prison, or I would have been court-martialed one way or the other. Thanks for watching. Take care, and have an awesome day, my friends.